Nyaga wishomu sunguza marinda Nishiberera Namawa kawatora kunyira Namawa kawatora kunyira Namawa kawatora kunyira Namawa kawatora kunyira Tigisa Namaru kawatora kunyira Namaru kawatora kunyira Namaru kawatora kunyira Namaru kawatora kunyira Tigisa Uliwewa ngombe uliwewa ngombe mulai wa mama ngombe wananibara ngombe wananibara ngombe wananibara ngombe mulai wa mama ngombe uliwewa ngombe uliwewa ngombe
Asante sana, makofi ya kilo kwao. Asantani. To the chairman of the board, Joshua Choge, the MD and CEO of KenGen, Rebecca Miano, and our board members. Thank you very much for making it on time, but I also need to mention at this time that the PS, Dr. Engineer Joseph Njoroge, was also here with us. And we are really happy that most of you made it to be here early on time. Today is the 63rd anniversary of KenGen, and of course the 65th AGM. And we are very thankful for having all of you here today, coming up very early and being patient and waiting until this point. And therefore I won't want to take much of your time, but at this very juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you to indulge us as we begin the official program, and therefore hand over this mic to the chairman, Joshua Choge. Please take it up.
Thank you, Bwana MC. Good morning, everybody. I welcome you all to the 65th annual general meeting of the company. And now I just request a shareholder to pray for us.
Let us stand for prayers. Everlasting, almighty, and ever-living God, who is also Lord of humility, compassion, tolerance, and inclusiveness. We sincerely humble ourselves before you this morning, not because we are worthy, but because we live in this world that is not perfect, full of imperfect people, with imperfect things, with mysterious happenings. We therefore seek for your incredible unconditional forgiveness, even as we journey together towards a new vision. Lord, as company, we seek for your forgiveness. As company, we seek for your strength. We seek for your direction. We seek for your mercy. As beings, most of the time we've wronged you. Most of the time we've gone against your divine will. Lord, forgive us. As country and society, we are always going against your divine will. We seek for your forgiveness. Lord, we pray for peace in our country, peace that surpasses human understanding. Lord, next week we are going to swear in our president. Lord, you grant us peace. Grant us the serenity of heart and mind. Grant us the unity so that all of us can become one person known as Kenya. We also want to pray for those people who are not feeling well, both at home and in the hospital, that, Lord, you may grant them your back to lean and cry on. I pray for the shareholders. I pray for the directors. I pray for the new CEO, that, Lord, you may be always their guide. I make these prayers in Jesus' name. Amen.
May I ask the secretary to inform us whether we have a quorum?
Mr. Chairman, 100 members constitute a quorum. At the moment, we have 1,997 shareholders presently in attendance. We have also received 323 proxies. Accordingly, I confirm that you have a quorum.
Thank you, Acting Company Secretary. A quorum being formed, I declare the meeting to be properly convened and duly constituted. Ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to introduce the Board of Directors who are present today with us. The Cabinet Secretary, Henry Rotich, was not able to attend, but we have his alternate. Engineer Dr. Joseph Njoroge was with us in the morning, but he had to attend to another meeting, so he had to leave early. But we have his alternate. Next to me, we have the Managing Director, Mrs. Rebecca Miano. Thank you. We also have Director, Mrs. Docras Combo. Mrs. Director, Mrs. Zipporah Ndegwa. Thank you. Director, Dr. Musa Arusei. Thank you. Director, Mr. Kairu Bachia. Director, Mr. Joseph Sitati. Thank you. Director, Mr. Morris Ndurano. Thank you. Director, Mrs. Phyllis Wakiaga. Thank you. And we have Director Humphrey Mohu, who is the alternate director to Cabinet Treasury. Thank you. We also have Director Mr. William Baka, who is the alternate to Dr. Engineer Joseph Njoroge. I will also introduce the Acting Company Secretary, Mr. David Mwange. I also take this opportunity to introduce some of our distinct guests, the VIPs who are with us. I will introduce Ernest Nadome, who is the Ketau General Secretary, a big stakeholder in this company. We are privileged to have the board, some of the board members from our sister company, our off-taker, Kenya Power, and this we have Beatrice Kadirwa. Thank you. We have Engineer Isaac Kiva. Thank you. We have Wilson Mungunge, Director. We also have the Company Secretary of Kenya Power, Ms. Beatrice Meso. Thank you. From the Auditor General, we have Mr. Edwin Kamar. Thank you. We also have Mercy Mukira. Thank you. From Commercial Bank of Africa, we have Susan Kamau. Thank you. From the Capital Markets Authority, we have Daisy Kiprono. Thank you, and representing the CEO. And from GDC, we have Beatrice Koskei, the Company Secretary. Yeah, she's representing the CEO. We also have from Citibank, Julius Longay, representing the CEO. Thank you. We have Jane Mwangi from Robinson and Harris Advocates. Thank you. We also have Catherine Carita, representing NIC Securities. Thank you. And we have the chairman of KPLC. I had not seen Mheshimiwa. Thank you. We are privileged. Can we clap for him? Thank you, Bwana Speaker, Honorable Marende. I also take this opportunity to recognize some of the senior managers, senior management team from KenGen. Please, you can stand wherever you are and wave to the shareholders. I now call upon the Acting Company Secretary to read the notice of convening this meeting.
Thank you, Chairman. Ilani ya mkutano mkuu wa kila mwaka. Tunatangaza kuwa mkutano mkuu wa 65 wa mwaka wa kampuni utafanyika katika Safaricom Indoor Arena, Kasarani, Thika Road, Nairobi, Jumatano tarehe 22 mwezi wa 11 mwaka wa 2017 saa 5 asubuhi. Ili kujadili masuala yafuatayo. Shughuli za kawaida. Shughuli ya kwanza, kutambulisha wawakilishi na kubaini idadi ya waliohudhuria. Shughuli ya pili, kusoma tangazo la kuwepo kwa mkutano. Shughuli ya tatu, kuangalia taarifa za fedha za kampuni zilizokaguliwa za mwaka uliomalizika tarehe 30 mwezi wa 6 mwaka wa 2017, na ikiwa zitaidhinishwa zitatumika pamoja na ripoti ya mwenyekiti, wakurugenzi na wakaguzi wa hesabu. Shughuli ya 4, kuidhinisha ada za malipo ya wakurugenzi za mwaka uliomalizika tarehe 30 mwezi wa 6 mwaka wa 2017. Shughuli ya 5, wakaguzi wa hesabu, kuripoti kuwa vitabu vya hesabu vya kampuni zitaendelea kuchunguzwa na mkaguzi mkuu au shirika la ukaguzi lililoteuliwa naye kwa mujibu wa kifungu cha 23 cha sheria ya ukaguzi wa hesabu ya vitabu vya umma ya 2015. Shughuli ya 6, kuidhinisha wakurugenzi wabadilishe malipo ya wakaguzi wa hesabu. Na shughuli ya 7, kwa mujibu wa kifungu cha 769 cha sheria za kampuni za 2015, wakurugenzi wafuatao ambao ni wanachama wa kamati ya bodi ya ukaguzi, madhara maafikiano, wachaguliwe ili kuendelea kuhudumia kama wanachama wa kamati hiyo. Wa kwanza, Bwana Joseph Sitati. Wa pili, Bi Zipora Ndegwa. Wa tatu, Bi Phyllis Wakega. Na wa 4, Bwana Humphrey Muhu, mwakilishi wa Bwana Henry Rotich. Shughuli ya 8, kuchagua wakurugenzi. Wa kwanza, Dr. Musa Arusei ambaye muhula wake unaisha kwa mujibu wa kifungu cha 104 cha sheria za muungano wa kampuni, ametimiza masharti yanayohitajika na amejitolea kuwania nafasi ya mkurugenzi wa kampuni kwa muhula mwingine. Wa pili, Bwana Kairo Mbasha ambaye muhula wake unaisha kwa mujibu wa kifungu cha 104 cha sheria za muungano wa kampuni, ametimiza masharti yanayohitajika na amejitolea kuwania nafasi ya mkurugenzi wa kampuni kwa muhula mwingine. Naye wa tatu, Bi Dorcas Kombo ambaye muhula wake unaisha kwa mujibu wa kifungu cha 104 cha sheria za muungano wa kampuni, hatawania nafasi ya mkurugenzi wa kampuni kwa muhula mwingine. Shughuli maalum. Shughuli hii ni ya 6, kuzingatia na panapohitajika kupitisha maazimio yafuatayo kuwa maazimio maalum. Kubadilisha jina. Kuwa jina la kampuni liwe na libadilishwe kutoka Kenya Electricity Generating Company Limited kuwa Kenya Electricity Generating Company PLC kuanzia tarehe iliyowekwa katika cheti cha mabadiliko ya jina kilichotolewa na msajili wa kampuni. Nayo shughuli ya 10, kuzingatia shughuli nyinginezo ambazo zimetangazwa kulingana na mpangilio ambazo zimetangazwa. Kwa amri ya bodi kuu, David Mwangi, CPSK, kaimu katibu wa kampuni, tarehe 17 mwezi wa 10 mwaka wa 2017.
Thank you, Acting Company Secretary. Kuna wageni pia ambao wamewasili. We want to recognize them. We want to recognize Jeremiah Kimutai, who is representing the MD of CBA. We also want to recognize Kimngetich Bet of Image Registrars, who are our registrars. We also want to recognize our former captain, Bwana Edin Jeroge, is also in the house. Thank you, Eddie, for gracing the occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to bring you to inform the shareholders on the mode of voting. Item number 8 in the agenda deals with the retirement and election of directors. We have received 3 notices proposing 3 additional candidates for election as directors, and hence voting will be conducted by a poll in accordance with the Articles of Association of the company. Item number 4 in the agenda deals with the approval of payment of directors' fees. In accordance with the Regulation 6 of the company's General Amendment number 2, Regulation 2, 2017, the approval of directors' fees shall henceforth be subject to approval by the shareholders through a polling process. A ballot has been provided for this purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose that these items number 8 and 4 be moved to the end of the agenda. 2, that we appoint our auditors, PricewaterhouseCoopers, to act as scrutinizers and returning officers for the voting items. May I see by a show of hands those who are in favor of these proposals? Kwa mikono. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I now take the opportunity to read we go to the annual report and audited financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2017. And that is item number 3 of the agenda on the company's audited financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2017, together with the chairman's, directors, and auditors' reports therein. Dear shareholders, I'm delighted to report the company's performance during the financial year and share the achievements we have made and initiatives we've put in place to firmly place KenGen on the path to success. This year, we posted an impressive performance in our business as a result of continuous focus on key areas of our strategy: improving operational excellence, optimizing resources, enhancing employee skills and expertise, working closely with stakeholders, and encouraging innovation with a view to building a resilient and sustainable business. We have enhanced our business portfolio to grow our competitive edge in the industry through diversifying our business options and embracing innovation. Toward this end, the foundation has been laid for a robust business model to enhance our earning power and create more value for you, our dear shareholders. During the year, the company successfully sold the 351,210,589 untaken rights to the Public Investment Corporation, PIC, of South Africa, resulting in a 100% uptick of the largest rights issue on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. On corporate governance, the board welcomed Mrs. Phyllis Kemunto Wakianga, whom I've just introduced a few minutes ago, who was successfully elected by shareholders at the 2016 annual general meeting to replace Director Millicent Omanga, who is currently a nominated senator who retired to pursue elective politics. On 25th August 2017, the managing director and CEO, Engineer Albert Mugo, retired from the company having attained the age of 60. This is a mandatory requirement. At the age of 60, as a public servant, he had to retire. We thank Engineer Mugo for his exemplary leadership and business acumen, which helped the company to grow the installed capacity to 1,631 megawatts. Effective 26th of August, the board appointed Mrs. Rebecca Miano, who I've just introduced a few minutes ago, as the acting managing director and CEO. She was appointed a substantive managing director and CEO on 30th October 2017. We assure our shareholders that the board has put in place a robust succession plan with the appointment of Mrs. Miano, who has been the company secretary and legal affairs director since the year 2008. This will ensure business continuity during this transition period as the company pursues its mandate to offer reliable and competitively priced electric energy to the nation and at the same time maximize shareholders' value. On dividend, and that is the elephant in the room, we want to tell our dear shareholders that KenGen share prices has continued to increase, to report decent capital gains, and since June it has grown from 6 shillings and 50 cents, the rights issue price, to currently, which was about 9 shillings and 10 yesterday. So the KenGen share has continued to report decent capital gains, and the board is of the view that reinvestment of the cash generated in projects represents a better value for shareholders. The board therefore does not recommend payment of a dividend this particular year. But this is not a permanent situation. We hope that in the coming days, in the coming years, we should be able to pay a dividend to our shareholders. Appreciation. On behalf of the board of directors, I extend my sincere gratitude to my fellow shareholders for the continued support and confidence in the company leadership. I wish to thank the government of Kenya and our financiers for their continued support of our capacity expansion efforts. Your confidence in our ability to deliver our mandate gives us the impetus we require to propel this company to greater heights. Thank you and God bless you. I now invite the Managing Director and CEO, Ms. Rebecca Miano, to present her brief report to the members. Thank you. Welcome.
All protocols observed. Dear shareholders, dear guests, I would like to welcome you all again to KenGen's AGM 2017. It is great seeing so many of you here today. KenGen is a fantastic company, and I have had the opportunity to serve this company for more than 20 years. And given that, it is a great honor to be the management team leader. To shed light on our strong 2017 performance, I would like to share with you a few slides so that we can discuss the performance. This is your company, and as we serve, we take it as our company, our pride. We are celebrating our 63rd anniversary and holding our 65th AGM. KenGen is 70% owned by government and 30% owned by the public. Our strong motto is energy for the nation. Our strength is that we have 1631 megawatts spread across 28 power plants. I'll take you through our capacity growth over the years. And as you can see from the presentation, KenGen has recorded a very decent growth in capacity. And in particular, for the year 2017, we brought on board 10 megawatts of geothermal, but we also decommissioned expensive thermal plants in Garissa and Lamu. Our sales in gigawatt hours have grown through the years from 4,818 units in 2008 to the current 7,556 in 2017. We had a small decline due to the impact of the severe drought that was experienced in the country in the last reporting period. Shareholders, you all know that KenGen has a solid balance sheet that has grown from 99 billion in 2008 to the current 377 billion in 2017, recording a whopping 281% growth. You already know the 2017 numbers. And in terms of revenue, we had a small decline of 8%. And this is due to the drought that we have experienced. And we had power evacuation challenges to evacuate the geothermal plants. We can see the same decline is also translated in EBITDA. And our financial performance, we can see that our EBIT declined for the same reason, but profit before tax recorded a decent 2% growth. Profit after tax also grew by 34% due to the compensating tax for the last year. On cash flow, we had a good increase. We opened the year at 6.76 billion, closed at 7.3 billion. We have a graph here that gives KenGen credibility because KenGen has performed in line with the Nairobi Securities Exchange performance. And in the recent time, KenGen's share has grown considerably. So on our strategic intent, we would like to increase capacity while creating value for our shareholders. And this, we have 3 aspirations. The first one is to increase capacity by 2,500 megawatts by the year 2025. And this will enable us remain a relevant market leader. We aspire to create value, provide adequate return to shareholders, and thirdly, we aspire to lower tariffs by profitably supplying cheaper renewable electricity to the economy. Our growth target in the short term by the year 2020 is 721 megawatts. And we have shown the projects that are lined up that will contribute to that growth. We will count on diversified income streams for organic growth. And in that regard, we shall engage or continue engaging in consultancy services, commercial drilling, geothermal spa and tourism, technical services, carbon assets, and all this will be undertaken through a KenGen subsidiary that is in formation. We devote particular attention to our activities in CSR, and that is why we have a section on that in our annual report. We are concerned with the environment. We also believe that water and sanitation is life. But without a doubt, the cornerstone of our CSR policy is the education program. We believe this will guarantee social and economic progress in areas in which we work and also in our country. In conclusion, we intend to make our shareholders, our employees, and stakeholders prouder than ever to be associated with KenGen. In the name of management, I would like to thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Miano. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose that the annual report and financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2017 be taken as read. And may I have a seconder, please, on that proposal? Thank you. Thank you, Sami. I will now call upon the representative from the Office of the Auditor General to read his report to members.
Thank you very much, and good morning. All protocols observed. Our shareholders, good morning. I want to acknowledge the presence of the delegated auditors from PwC, represented by Peter Gao, the partner, and Job. I also want to highlight that for the year ended 30th June 2017, this is the first year that we are reporting under the new auditing standards. So you'll find that the auditor's report is more elaborate. You'll have more information for users of financial statements. Having said that, and in the interest of time, we shall take the auditor's report as read, and I shall only read the opinion of the Auditor General. Opinion. The accompanying financial statements of Kenya Electricity Generating Company Limited, the company, set out on pages 146 to 209, which comprise the statement of financial position as at 30th June 2017, statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and a summary of significant policies and other explanatory information have been audited on my behalf by PricewaterhouseCoopers, auditors appointed under Section 23 of the Public Audit Act 2015. The auditors have duly reported to me the results of the audit, and on the basis of their report, I am satisfied that all information and explanation of which, to the best of my knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of the audit were obtained. In my opinion, the financial statements present fairly, in all material respects, the financial position of Kenya Electricity Generating Company Limited as at 30th June 2017, and its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended, in accordance to international financial reporting standards and comply with the requirements of the Kenya Companies Act 2015. Signed, FCPA Edward R. Ouko, CBS Auditor General, Nairobi, on 17 October 2017. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Auditor General's Office, Mr. Kamara. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to that point where we will allow the shareholders to field questions.
Thank you, our new CEO and MD, a new lady on the board. I would like to acknowledge and also appreciate for this particular appointment, because we have never had, after 66 years, ended on the board. At this juncture, may I now humbly request my fellow shareholders to acknowledge and appreciate. Let us clap for her. Again, for ourselves, because their success is yours. Thank you, Chairman, your board members, your management staff of KenGen, our distinguished visitors, and more particularly I recognize the former speaker, who is the chairman of KPL, and our company secretary, who is there from KPL. All protocol observed. and more particularly now on this side, our distinguished shareholders who are with me here on this side, and also our auditors and our registrars and any other guests who I'm not mentioned. Now, Mr. Chairman, you said I have to make it brief because most of us will be asking questions. That one I also accept. So, Mr. Chairman, when you open page number 149, this is very important to me, and it's also a word and a concern. Cash that was generated from operations really reduced from 29 billion to 9 billion during the year under review. Now my question, Mr. Chairman, is what happened, and will this trend continue, or in future shall have improvement? That's the first question, Mr. Chairman. Second, Mr. Chairman, when you look at page number 212, you will see our historical accounts that in any year that we got dividend, we don't get anything beyond 1 shilling. But for the 2 running years, 2016 and the year under review, we did not get a dividend, although I have seen that you have been paying compensating tax, reducing our revenues. But when you want to announce for a dividend in any other year in the future, please announce 1 shilling and over. Because of the economy has gone up, we need now 1 shilling, not cents, so that with that 1 shilling, I think we'll be able to at least do something with that as shareholders. On page number 33, Mr. Chairman, our president launched and broke the ground in Naivasha. Now the question here is, I think his intention was for KenGen to grow. Has it grown to that capacity that if he comes back there again, he will be pleased with the work our management have done? Mr. Chairman, on page number 173, the company issued 161,177 free seedlings to either individuals or to companies. That was, this is year under review. Could this be extended to another period so that it can benefit some of our shareholders here to plant when as the rain is still there at the moment after this meeting? The last one, Mr. Chairman, is we have had risk management in KenGen. What challenges has that committee met? Whether risk was interfered in or it was moved right. So with those, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much, and thank you shareholders. Asante sana. Thank you.
Thank you, Bwana Shareholder.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have 2 basic questions, and they're related to page 212, page 146.
Your name, please.
Hussein.
Huh?
Hussein.
Hussein, thank you.
So I have 2 basic questions, and those questions arise from page 212, 146 and 149. Now my first question is about growth. It is very well for a company to grow and produce more services and goods, as long as there is demand for those goods and services. Now my question is, you have treated us to a very ambitious growth. Where is the demand for that growth? Because looking at your accounts, already your sales has gone down if you compare the previous year and this year. My second question is, you are a company that has made profit the previous year and even this year. So even made, if you look at your P&L, you have made a 2 billion profit compared to 2016. Now when I look at your cash flow, it is healthy. It has grown from 6.7 billion to 7.8 billion. Now the point I'm driving home is, if you are a company, as you told us, making profit and growing, from that growth you're making money, then what is your rational and sound basis for not paying us dividend? You made profit from 2016 to 2017 of 2 billion. And you have a cash flow of close to 8 billion. Now, what is the rational basis for not declaring a dividend? Thirdly, now that you have denied us dividend, what are you going to use for that 8 billion to convince us to do away with dividend? And even the dividend item, I don't see it in the agenda. I don't know whether the company has changed from being a public company to a department of Ministry of Energy. So can you shed light on those issues so that at least when we leave here, we know the reason and the rational basis for you not declaring dividend? And if you're putting that money in growth, where is that demand for that growth? Because your account already show that your sales last year was down. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Your name,
Mr. Chairman, my name is Timothy Matolo. It is a very good day today. And I was looking at the document, which is very comprehensive and contain better things. One of the things that I've seen in page 17, when I look into the financial highlights, I saw how it goes up as compared to the year 2016. What I also have observed, why does the finance cost has gone up in page 146? The third thing, our retained earning has increased. The last thing, in the page 232, unclaimed dividend. Do we have unclaimed dividend, yet we have stayed for a long years without getting the dividend? Thank you.
Thank you, Bwana Chairman. My name is Daniel Kemodo, and I don't wish to repeat what my fellow shareholders have said, especially Mr. Hussein, but I think I need to re-emphasize and emphasize again, because the reason why we, almost 200,000 shareholders invested in KenGen, is we want to get a return. And looking at the progress in this book for the last 10 years, it has come to a point where you as a board, you have decided you are not going to give us dividends. And I don't want to repeat the issue of dividend because it has been said very many times. But I have looked at your emoluments and your allowances. And I have also seen your shareholding. And so many of you, even if you go without dividend, that is nothing, that is peanut to you because of what you are getting as allowance. I have seen at the cash flow, as Hussein has said, it is very healthy. You did very well last year, but the board decided that we don't deserve to get a dividend. And the reason why we have invested is not to come here and clap for you. The reason why we have invested is so that we can be able to get a return for the whole year that we appointed you to go and work for us. So if you yourself, you have not said we are not going to receive our allowances and our fees, but you have said that, oh, you have seen that the share has appreciated, the capital gain is very important than dividend. Who cheated you that? We know even capital gain is very important, but what we are interested is the issue of dividend. And because for 2 years now you have not given us, we don't want to come here next year and you tell us the same story. So it is high time. I'm sure all of you are Christians, many of you, and you know even the man who was given some talents to go and work. And then the owner of the talent came and said, give me what you have done with your talent. We gave you our talent, which is our money. And we have told you to go and work. And we, as the owners of the company, the owner of the talent, can have come here today, and we have asked you, tell us what you did with our talents. What are you telling us today? Anyway, we are not here to fight. We are not here to quarrel. We are all shareholders, but we are expressing our disappointment. Because I have seen many of you are going home with 2 million for the year and everything, so maybe when you sit down, you may not see the need of giving us a dividend. And if you are telling us that you did not perform well, that is something that we can understand. But everything in this book is very positive. And we are not going to commend you for doing a good job, though you deserve to be commended for that. But because of denying us a dividend, we are a very bitter rot. Bearing in mind it is the second year, and the way you are progressing, next year you will tell us another thing. Please don't repeat. We are here, we support you. When you asked us the money for the rights, we gave you. When you have not come here to tell us that you need some other money, we will support you. But you also must think about the other shareholders, that we need to get the return of what we invested. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Bwana Daniel Kimodo. Well said.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Irungu Kimani from Thika. First of all, I would like to thank you, the board, for the gift you have given us. It is a good gift. Then, we normally go for tour as shareholders, and I was the one who was the pioneer of asking the company to give us a tour to their premises where they operate. And we see every year you organize and the shareholders go for a tour. And that is a good progress. Something to comment on the annual report is about the board meetings. When I see on that page, I see every board member has already attended the meeting you have. And that is a good in the matter of the corporate governance. Then, on the balance sheet, on the current ratio, where I have taken the current assets and the current liabilities, I see you have improved. That's a good progress. Let's come to the question. The first one is about the reserves. The reserves are there is a lot of money there, right? And you don't give us a dividend. In fact, you can give us either 50 cents or 1 shilling for the reserves that you have. This question I asked last year about the involvement of the Kenya National Audit to our company. You have given them the mandate to audit our company. Instead of this organization auditing our company, they subcontracted to PricewaterhouseCoopers, of which there is a lot of money, of the shareholders' money, that is being used there because we are just, it's like paying 2 auditors at the same time. I would like I would like the managing director to tell us what, when did they declare to have the 2 auditors at our company. We don't want, zamani hatukuwa tunaona Kenao hapa, tulikuwa tunaona either Deloitte ama PricewaterhouseCoopers, and now ni kama mambo yote ya serikali inakuwa audited by Kenao. Na Kenao badala wafanye kazi wanapea watu wale wengine wale tulikuwa nao zamani. So hiyo kitu muangalie sana. The share price when Mr. Eddie Joroge was the managing director was 30 shillings. It went up to 33 shillings. Now, in the 6th year, this is the 6th year of the share price is down. What is happening? On page 70, there is something that I see, there is a pink energy. Naona wanawake hapo, warembo kabisa, wamevaa vizuri, wameongozwa na MD and our nominated Senator Millicent Omanga, who was the former director in this company. I don't know this pink energy, what is it in our company. Try to emphasize that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and God bless you.
Thank you. All right. Let me address myself to the dividend issue. It seems it's cutting across all the questions, from Chami to Hussein to Daniel Kimodo and Timothy Madola and so on. Dear shareholders, in deep humility, we want to accept that as a board, we should have paid you a dividend. But as a board, we are also alive to the fact that we came to you hardly a year ago, asking you for money so that we can be able to finish the projects that are in the pipeline. Some of those projects, you know, like Olkaria 5, His Excellency the President went to ground break a few months ago. Olkaria 1 Unit 6 is just about to also start. But Olkaria 5 construction, contractor ako kwa site. Na hiyo mradi, some of the money, we got a bit of loan kutoka kwa watu, JICA. Na hao wanasema, tutawapatia kiwango fulani. Ile ingine, KenGen mutafute. So for us to be able to bring that project to fruition, we must, as KenGen, inject some money. And that's the only way we can grow your wealth. So, Bwana Hussein, we are not really a department of the Ministry of Energy. We are just a responsible board that wants to grow the wealth of our shareholders. It's okay, we could have paid a dividend. And then we are not able to finance our portion of the cost of these projects that are in the pipeline. So as a responsible board, we thought, and we still believe, it is in the best interest of the shareholders for us to inject the money into the projects that will be able to generate more revenue and more wealth to our shareholders. And from what you've seen, the company has been growing. Yes, we have reserves. We have good cash flows. But we are not a wasteful board. And we have a responsible management team. So, ladies and gentlemen, we look forward soon when we will be in a position to be able to pay you a dividend. But it's not that we have not done anything. At least because we are good custodians of your asset, we've been able to grow it. Capital gain has increased by about 30%. That's about 3 shillings. We could have given you a 50 cents as a dividend, but we've grown your wealth by 3 shillings in the past 1 year. I think we've been good custodians of the wealth that you've entrusted with us as a board. And so we believe that going forward, we should be able to address that particular need of a dividend, which is a kind of income every year. But as I said, we are a responsible board, and we will do what is in the best interest of our shareholders. Regarding the allowances and the emoluments that the board members are getting, I want to state clearly here, most of these board members are busy people. They sacrifice their time. At times, they have board meetings, like today we had a board meeting at 8 o'clock here. Yesterday, we had another board meeting, almost same time. They sacrifice their time. They are highly qualified people, experienced people, but because of that token that we give them, but most of the time, what we give these board members is not actually equal to the expertise and the time they put to the running of this company. So the emoluments and the allowances they get is not commensurate to what they would be making when they were busy running their own businesses. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this board means well. It means well for the institution of KenGen, and this is evidenced by the growth the company has had. There are a few other items I want to give the MD to respond to, and maybe the technical team that are with her. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I want to start with the questions by Mr. Chami. And first is to thank you for the kind words. We appreciate that you, together with the shareholders, are cheering us on to do our best. On your question based on page 149, on trade receivables, that decreased because of payments to contractors for the big projects we are undertaking. Then we have some trade receivables from Kenya Power that were outstanding at the end of the year, but that issue is being resolved with very active discussions with Kenya Power, and that's a temporary situation. On the groundbreaking, you asked us whether, if His Excellency visited Olkaria, whether he would be satisfied with the project that he launched. We are glad to confirm that the project has taken on well, construction is progressing well, and yes, indeed, there is good progress that would make him proud. On risk management, we have a risk management department in KenGen. We also have a risk management committee at the board level, and risk is well addressed and managed in KenGen, and in our report, we have a section on risk management. The question by Mr. Hussein about the demand Yes, the economy is growing, and even the power demand is growing. And we have lately reported a peak demand of an all-time high of 1710 megawatts. And we think that our strategy of growth will be well anchored, and it may as well be the strategy that will drive the growth and the economy of this country. The chairman has answered the question on dividend and how the money will be utilized, especially for Olkaria 5, 158 megawatts, and Olkaria 1, Unit 6. The question by Timothy Madoho: finance costs have gone up because we capitalized some wellheads and some wells, and therefore the interest was expensed, and that's why the finance costs went up in the year. There was a question on unclaimed dividend. As you're aware, KenGen started paying dividends in year 2006. We have some shareholders who have never collected dividends from that year to the year 2015, despite our concerted efforts to reach them. In order for them to collect their dividends, we have been unable to do that. But there is an authority, Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, and the law requires that any unclaimed dividend for a period of more than 2 years is then surrendered to that authority, and KenGen has then complied with the law in that regard. Any unclaimed dividend is for that period. Daniel Kimotho, we receive your message very well. The challenge taken very boldly. In future, we can only perform better. And we appreciate that at the same time, you appreciated our good work. We shall put on full gear to be able to perform well, and in future, pay decent dividend and show you how we have utilized the talent that you have placed in our custody and our care. Irongo Kimani, thank you so much. Kind words are always appreciated. We note your appreciation of the shareholders' tour. We acknowledge your brilliant idea that we took seriously and implemented the shareholder tours. I think we have done 5 or 6 tours so far. You have acknowledged the improvement in the balance sheet, especially the ratios. But in regard to audit, it is the law that enables the Kenya National Audit to give this particular mandate to other firms. But since the Auditor General is represented here, I'm sure he will be glad to elaborate on that. I want to confirm that the last time the auditor did the audit was around 2003. Thereafter, he has used the provisions of the law to delegate this mandate to professional firms. In regard to the share price, yes, we acknowledge that at one time the price was at 33 shillings. And you mentioned our then managing director, who we salute and is here today. But we also want to confirm that the KenGen share does not operate in isolation. One of the graphs we showed earlier in the presentation was that the Nairobi Securities Exchange has shown similar trends like KenGen, and this is guided by the operating environment, the larger environment in the country. And we want to give you comfort that KenGen has not performed badly. It has performed in line with the trends in the whole of the Nairobi Security Exchange and the capital markets. There was a question on Pink Energy. Pink Energy is a forum that gives the non-male, that is the female employees, a forum for them to be able to unleash their potential, to address any of the issues that may make them not give their best to KenGen. Having a highly technical company, we realize that we need to encourage gender parity. We need to encourage the ladies to have more confidence and be able to perform very well and only for the benefit of the company. It is not a movement, but just a facilitative forum that is working very well, and we have seen people being more productive even after the formation of the forum. Thank you so much.
Opportunity to clarify. Shareholder Irungu Kimani raised actual concern, and I want to say that the Office of the Auditor General has constitutional mandate in terms of auditing all public funded entities, for which KenGen, the public, through the government, owns 70% shareholding. The law also makes provision, and when I was reading the opinion of the Auditor General, I quoted Section 23 of the Public Audit Act, which gives him provision to delegate the responsibility. But what I want to clarify is the fact that we don't charge double fees. Once we delegate, PwC does the job, we supervise because it's a delegated responsibility, and the fees is payable to PwC. So in no way do you suffer twice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. There's a question from Hussein that might not have been answered on these ambitious projects. Where is the demand? And even our sales went down last year. We are all alive to the fact that we've just come out of a very severe drought. So our hydrology last year was not very good. So our dispatch from our hydrological power plants was minimal. But as a country, we can look back and be proud because despite this very severe drought that we've not had in many years, we never had any load shedding. We never had any power rationing. This is because Olkaria, the geothermal power plants came in and were able to mitigate that shortfall that we had. So our sales came down because we were not able to dispatch from our hydrological, from our hydro power plants. That explains why the sales dipped. But the dip was not so significant. We also had a bit of challenges because of transmission from Olkaria to reach Mombasa. We could not transmit our geothermal to Mombasa. But that has already been addressed, And now the transmission lines to Mombasa are in place, and we are able to evacuate power to Mombasa. And you'll see the sales in the coming year going up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We can have now another set of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Esther Otieno. My question is on page 203 on notes to the financial statements. The last paragraph on page 203. You've said that your exposure to foreign currency risk is mitigated by the terms of the power purchase agreement that allows the company to recover in full a foreign exchange movement from Kenya Power. From what I'm seeing is you mitigate by passing the risk to Kenya Power, and Kenya Power in turn passes the risk to the consumers, which I suppose is what is happening. My question is, how do you measure your exposure to the risk? And is there any other way you can mitigate apart from just passing it on to Kenya Power? Because I suppose there are other ways and means of doing that. As I came in, I'm sorry I came late, I found you talking about the risk, and you say that you have a risk department. Thank you very much.
My name's Frederick M. Kianya. I have at least 3 questions. First question is, through the financial accounts for the year ended 30th June 2017, I have seen that there was an improvement because the profit raised from 47 million to 57 million shillings profit after tax. That means the profit improved during that year which ended on 30th June 2017 compared with the previous year. My question is, why did the company's directors declare non-dividend to its shareholders? My second question is, I have heard of many tours which are offered to shareholders by the company. What criteria does this company use? The third question is, I have also studied about the scholarships which are being offered by the needy students. And I wish to know the criteria used by this company when such application is being considered. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman, together with the Board of Directors and my fellow shareholders. This is the day that the Lord has made. We have to rejoice.
Your name, please.
My name is Ali Chepkorir. I want to appreciate the new CEO, my fellow lady, Sipora, not Sipora, Rebecca. I want to urge Rebecca to sit on that seat without shaking. We are proud of you, and we know that you've got the will and the capacity to take this company to greater heights. Mr. Chairman and your fellow directors, we know that you mean well for us. We know that next year forward, we are going to get the dividends. So you stay put, and may God bless you.
First of all, I would like to say,
Your name,
I
please.
greet you. My name's Mary Mother Mogore Mwadhi.
Mary.
Came late, but better late than never. You know, we have been looking for buses for KenGen, but we didn't find. So coming here was a problem, but I'm here. My question, first of all, I would like to thank the CEO, the director, the members of the board, and everybody who are there. May I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because I know we shall meet next year.
Thank you.
May God bless you.
Thank you.
Should I say, this far, the Lord has taken us. My question is not very much based on this book, because in this book, there are so many questions I won't follow. My question is, last time, it was just my friend, a lady, who was telling me about booking the tour you went, that the booking was in Mombasa. Do you really expect us to go in Mombasa? All of us, some of us, we don't know even where the office is. We don't have relatives there, that if we go there, we sleep. And again, sometimes we didn't have money. And again, how do you choose those who are going? Because since 1997, I think, that's when I bought my shares, when it was Nyaga. I've never gone even once. What shall I do to go next year? Because I want to go. Whether you like it or not, I will go. Since 1997, I've never gone. I'm not so much used in reading nation newspapers to see the coupon you put there. But I don't know how you pick these names. I don't know. I don't even want to know. You know yourself. But next time, please don't take the booking office in Mombasa, sijui at Mombasa. Let the Mombasa people have a booking office there. The Nairobians have a booking office there. So that we are all free. If you want to book, you book. If you don't want, you leave. But may God bless you. I told you my names. Mary Mother Mogore Mwadhi. Please note it down, because next year I'll want to go. Whether you like, and I will not fill the coupon. I will not fill the coupon. I will not even come in the booking office, because I even don't know where it is.
Thank you.
If there is somebody to pick my name, pick it now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have very brief questions to ask.
Name?
My names are Emmanuel Masaba. They are very brief. I read somewhere, I don't know if it was true, that you are to deal directly with the bulk electrical users. You are to sell them directly without passing through KPLC. Question number 2, on page 179, I can see Kenya Power has not remitted 15 billion to you. It is pending. This shows that they are poor in paying their debts. And I don't know if you will penalize them, or if your agreement penalty is covered under your agreement with them. Question number 4 is about water levy. There's a fee you pay to the water people, and you have several stations, and you just use this water, you release it, it goes. You release it, it goes up to the ocean. Why do you pay the levy? My last question is Lamu and Garissa, you have connected them on the national grid. What are you going to do with the assets you are using to produce electricity? Will you relocate them elsewhere, or you will sell them as scrap Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Zhao Jones. Mr. Chairman, you have skipped too much that I have forgotten all what I want to say in this meeting. Mr. Chairman, I will want to start by a question on accounts. All local borrowings and current liabilities are growing strong. There is no significant improvement. Will you tell us why this is not improving on repayments? Mr. Chairman, also, hydro segment has not shown any sales this year. Why? Mr. Chairman, I want to say the shareholders elect the board on merit of what we read on these tabulated books. Mr. Chairman, we do elect the board to grow our business, to enable us to milk the cow daily, hourly. These 2 years, with very good excuse, we have not enjoyed our dividends. Yet, you have a lot of money on reserves, on retained earnings, on profit this year, which, Mr. Chairman, as our chairman, you must make a very sound decision when it comes to financial year as related to these shareholders, because shareholders come here for dividend. That is a fact. And all the time we do ask you to make a very valuable decisions towards these shareholders. Mr. Chairman, I want to put to our madam, who is newly appointed on this challenging position. Madam, I have seen on your strategy, you are not laying to fetch talents. This is an organization which is growing, which many of us are relying on. We want to see talents fetched and employed by you to help you reach climb the ladder, because next year we will dwell on you, we will not dwell on the board. We will be looking for you, because today we have welcomed to you with a lot of happiness. We want to continue this happiness by you declaring dividend year to year. And that is your responsibility, madam. Madam, I also want to say, when the chairman was introducing the senior management lacked gender. That is one point where you have to start somewhere. Madam, we wish you all the best. Chairman, we wish you all the best, and we expect in the next coming year, we will be able to talk on the same level. Today we are a bit reluctant because of missing dividends. Nevertheless, I'm sure, Chairman, you will be very kind to us next year to be able to dish dividend. Understand also our share is not showing a lot of significance in growth, because if today you want to sell your share, at one time the share was not even 33 shillings, it was 45 shillings during ADP time. After the IPO, it went up to 45 shillings. Today, many people bought it at that time because it attracted everyone. If you want to sell it today, you are selling at loss. We want to see this share to grow. As Madam has said, yes, we are in the market with other people. It will take ways and the NSC to make this share grow. It is you people to make this share grow by showing a lot of improvement. We are called energy to the nation, and we want Madam to put all your energy to make sure these shareholders are happy from time to time. Thank you.
Thank you, Bwana Shareholder. Okay, the dividend issue, I had comprehensively addressed it, but I know it's a sentiment that is very deep in the heart of our shareholders, and we promise that going forward, that issue will be addressed fairly, and we will respond to that need that we've realized exists. Most of the others are technical issues, so I would like to request the MD to respond to them.
I'll start with a question by Madam Esther Otieno. That is on the Forex Risk, and KenGen incurs foreign currency through foreign loans and payment to contractors. At the time of negotiating the power purchase agreement, the exchange rate is fixed, and if it moves up, then that is recovered through the tariff as a pass-through. And also, if it goes below the set exchange rate, then that would be of benefit to the power users. We are glad that the exchange rates have remained quite stable, and we haven't seen quite a lot of movement in that regard. We believe that the Energy Regulatory Commission, the ERC, is looking at other innovative and friendly ways of handling the forex risk. From Frederick Chale, you asked about the dividend, and the chairman has answered that. On the shareholders tour, the company uses a balloting system, but over the last year, we are now using the list of the shareholders that attend the AGM. And so the chances of attendees being included in the tours have increased. On the scholarships, the criteria for the schools is the location. The schools should be located in our areas of operations. And in terms of the students, this is based on performance. And in our policy, there is a set performance grade that if candidates attain such a grade, then they get scholarships. And in the case of Form 4s, if they get an A grade, they get an automatic scholarship to the university. And at the university level, those who attain first class are then considered for employment opportunities. Then, Chepkorir, thank you, my sister, for the kind words. And yes, we shall serve with experience, determination, courage, and support from the board and management and shareholders. And those things know no gender. From Nzao Jones, borrowings and loans have been a balancing act. We repay some and we borrow some because we have an expansion program. Our story is a growth story, and even after repayment during the previous period, we have borrowed for All Carrier 5 and All Carrier 1 Unit 6. On talent, we have a policy to attract and retain the best talent. We have a training and development department under the Human Resources and Administration Division. We also have policies on gender that are actively being pursued, and the board is cognizant of the fact that there is need to have gender balance. Thank you for the challenge to serve with energy. We look forward to taking the challenge and meeting at the next year's general meeting. Thank you.
Okay, there's the issue of Kenya Power. Okay, briefly, we know that that's not a very good figure that we are reflecting there. There have been active discussion between KenGen and Kenya Power and the ministry. And the ministry is aware, and because the the alternate director representing the ministries around, maybe he can shed light on that particular aspect.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to agree with the MD that the issue of receivable is a temporary problem. Indeed, I just want to confirm that there have been challenges in the recovery of fuel cost charges by KPLC, and that issue has been escalated to the ministry, and the various institutions concerned have been involved. I just want to report today that KPLC now will be able to speed up the recoveries of the fuel cost charges, and therefore we expect the outstanding receivables by KenGen to start being realized, because we anticipate between now and 9 months from now, this issue will be sorted out. Thank you.
There was a question by Mary. Yes, Mary, we have taken your name and the Christmas wishes, and also Merry Christmas to you. In regard to the tours, KenGen is located in various locations in the country where these tours are arranged, and we do hope that one of the areas will be convenient to you, and we believe that your chances of participating in the tour will be taken into account. And we have regions like Western region, the Eastern, we have Olkaria in Naivasha, the Upper Tana, and Mombasa. We also have the Ngong Wind, and we believe one of those areas will eventually be convenient for each and every shareholder. Emmanuel Masaba, you asked about the possibility of power producers selling power in bulk to electric users. This is still under legislation, and when the legislation and the regulations are in place and the modalities are put in place, KenGen will input that into the strategy, and we'll look forward to that. You asked a question about the assets in Lamu and Garissa after connection to the national grid. These assets have been transferred to the Rural Electrification Authority and Kenya Power, who still have areas that are not yet connected to the national grid, and the transfer was at a cost.
Good afternoon. I thank you, Bwana Chairman, for giving me this chance. My name is Esther Kimono. It's just a comment on a question, if I may say. Let me start by saying that I was one of those invited lot to go for a tour to Mombasa by our company, KenGen. I was not able to go. There are some reasons that made me so. I was invited to go to Mombasa on my own. When I reach Mombasa, I go to Mamagena Drive. I join KenGen there. A tour all alone from my home, Muranga, go to Nairobi, go to Mombasa alone. It was quite difficult for me. This is my question for today. Is it possible for KenGen, Bwana Chairman, to transport us from Nairobi to places like Mombasa or any other place that KenGen has work there? Is it possible to transport us from Nairobi? That is the only question that I'm asking. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and the directors, kwa kunipatia hii fursa niongee kidogo. Nilikuwa na maswali mengi, lakini nimeulizwa na hii mama anataka kuwekwa kwa listi ya kwenda Mombasa. Hata mimi nilikuwa niulize, watu wengi wameuliza vile watu wanaenda hiyo tour.
Your name, please.
Okay. My name is Willis Mbaka kutoka Tharaka Nithi County kule Mashilani. Uwe soma gazeti ujue tour itaendwa lini. So I think you use a better mode to let us know how we get to the tour. Yangu ni kupongeza the youth chairman and your board of directors kwa vile mmeendesha hiyo ni KenGen mpaka mahali tumefika sasa. Keep it up. Nirundi nishukuru tena, nafikiri Manda Miano ndiye ameendesha hii kipindi, ameendelea, amefikiria kina mama kule nyumbani. Nafikiri nikiangalia hapa nyuma umefikiria kina mama mzuri, tukienda nyumbani wataona mnaangalia. Mlikuwa naangalia sisi na mifuko tu, kina mama watafurahia tukifika nyumbani. Makaratasi ilichomwa, iko shopping bag hapa iko, nafikiri watafurahia. So muendelee kuinterchange na mna hiyo, mnaenda kina baba, kina mama. Pongezi kwa hiyo Madam Miano, nafikiri ndio mmefikiria kina mama wanasaulika huko nyumbani. Swali ile nauliza, pia watu wengi wajui siku ya mkutano. Siku ya leo naweza angalia hakuna watu wengi sana. Nafikiri mtu kama mimi nasimama hapa na beba watu 5 na proxy. Kwa vile wale watu wangekuja walisema wakuwa najua na they are not prepared, it is costly to come from Kisumu, from huko Tharaka Nithi kuja hapa ni pesa mingi. So nafikiri wakati wa awali mbeleni tulikuwa tumesema, mlikuwa tunajua siku ya kuja AGM, tulikuwa naelezwa na hii financial booklet, mlikuwa na post to us ikieleza siku ya mkutano, lakini ikawa ni very expensive. We decided and we authorized you, bandara ya kutuma hiyo financial statement with the dates of the AGM meeting, mwe natumia kila mwanachama an SMS, of which I don't think you are doing it. Kwa vile mimi hata mimi sijapata hiyo SMS, na rafiki yangu nikiwa Nairobi kanieleza, are you coming to Nairobi this time for AGM? Ndio nikapata siku ya leo. Wale na represent leo hawajui, hata wajapata message. So tunge humble request, tafadhali, mlikuwa natumia pesa mingi kututumia hii kitabu, tumia SMS kueleza kila mtu tarehe ya mkutano, ndio tuweze kujaa hiyo. You can see the numbers imereduce kwa sababu wengi wamebeba watu 10. Thank you very much.
Asante bwana mwenyekiti kwa kunipea hii fursa. Niko na swali na ni kama maoni.
Jina
Elicha Chebon kutoka Silale. Ni kama swali alafu vile vile ni maoni. Nilikuwa nataka kuuliza katibu mkuu mkaguzi wa serikali ya kwamba ni kama wamepeana mikono direct kwa wakaguzi wetu, na ingekuwa bora kwa wanachama wakati tunapojipanga kukuja kwa mkutano, mabarua inatangazwa kazi ya ukaguzi, alafu ikifika hapa ndio tutasema mkaguzi huyu ndio anatosha. Isiwe ni mkono moja ya AG kuchakua mtu moja. That is single handed kutoka mkaguzi mkuu. So ningeomba tu mwaka ujao ya kwamba tuletewe wale watu wanaomba kazi, alafu sasa tu approve hapa, AG akakue, alafu watuambie. Asante mwenyekiti.
Habari yenu. Kwa majina ni Dorcas Mudhoni from Loiro. I am not good in English so that I can speak Kiswahili. Maoni yangu ni this mkutano inafaa ikuwe no one out because you have left needed children from technical colleges. And those are the people who are doing technical works. So next time, consider technical students because there are those who cannot afford to go to university and their grade is so high. The next time, I want all those shareholders because they attended the meeting and the other ones have gone home, the tours would be of those allowed here. So the next tour, consider all those who are here because they have spent their time. The other thing is that if you can consider those who are here, the next time they will not left you here as the others have done. That good, nice time. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, Dorcas. 030, final question.
Kwa chairman. Okay. My name is Helen Masila. Na swali yangu ni swali. Na swali yangu niko namna hii. Kwa shareholders, najua tuko wengi sana. Ni kwa nini kila wakati mimi nahudhurianga hii mkutano kila mwaka? Ni kwa nini wengi wanaacha hii mkutano? Ukitokea kwa gate kutoka asubuhi saa 3 saa ile mnafungua, kila mtu anaenda na maneno njiani ni kusema siwezi kuhudhuria mkutano kwa sababu amfanyi, nasema wakubwa wetu, amfanyi vile wenzetu wanafaa kufanya. Yaani nasema hivi, wengi wanainginoa kwa sababu wanasema already mnafanya vile mnataka si vile shareholders wanataka. Hiyo ni wale wako njiani, mtu anachukua vitu yake na anaenda. Ya pili nasema namna hii, kama hiyo nasema retreat. Kama mimi mama mzee, nimejaribu kuambiwa kupikiwa simu niende Mombasa, na ni kweli nikaenda. Kusema kweli unaweza kwenda Mombasa kukula. Kila nimeshangaa mwenye hiyo mbichi ama hiyo hoteli, amefaidika kabisa, kabisa. Hiyo ndio sababu mimi nikaona dividends kila kitu sipati. Saa 11 wameshiba mzuri, unawachwa hapo. Sasa unawachwa hapo, unatoka all the way to Nairobi, ukakule, hakuna angalau hata kuambiwa kitu, kuambiwa we are very sorry, next time tunajua wengi wenu. Hiyo mimi nikashangaa. Kwenda hiyo retreat na hakuna hata 500 hata kayofuka moja. Ile ingine mimi ningependa kusema, mikutano kama hii sasa, ukitokea pale nje, mmefanya mzuri, mkataandalia machakula nyingi na vitu nyingi, na sote tutawacha pale. Ile tunawacha sinaenda wapi?
Shareholders, we do not, hatuna kiburi, tunatimiza yale ambayo wanahisa wanataka sisi tufanye. Sisi ni watumishi wenu, vile nilisema, hii ni kampuni yenu. Kwa hivyo sio tunafanya tu vile tunataka, hatusikizi. Na kulingana na hiyo swali la tour, nataka kuahidi bodi yangu itaenda ikutane na hiyo maneno ya transport. Next tour tutahakikisha ya kwamba tunawapatia pesa ambayo mtatumia ya transport. Nafikiri yale mengine wacha nimpatie Managing Director ajibu.
Swali kutoka kwa mzee Mbatha. Tunashukuru kwa maneno yako mazuri na maneno ya nguvu. Tunataka kujulisha wanahisa kwamba huwa tunatuma ujumbe kwa simu kuwajulisha wanahisa tarehe ya mkutano, na tunawaomba kwamba muendelee kama hukupata ujumbe, usajili namba yako ya simu kwa ile area ya registration. Wale wamesajili namba yao huwa wanapata ujumbe. Kwa hivyo leo kabla hujaondoka, utuachie namba yako ya simu, na mwaka ujao utapata ujumbe, na hata utapata ujumbe kuhusu mambo mengine kwa kampuni. Kutoka kwa Elijah Chebor, ulikuwa na maoni kwa mkaguzi mkuu, na tunaamini kuwa yatatiliwa maanani. Dorcas Mudhoni, the company has programs, internship, apprenticeship, where we consider technical students, and we encourage the technical students to continue applying for such positions. Helen Masilwa, tunatilia maanani malalamishi yote kutoka kwa wanahisa na tutaendelea kuyapokea. Lakini juu ya chakula, kulingana na wale wanahisa, wale huwa wanakuja mkutanoni, tumeweza kuona ile namba ya wale wanahisa wanakuja, na kwa hivyo chakula kile kinatengenezwa huwa kinalingana karibu sana na nambari ya wanahisa, na kwa hivyo hatuna chakula kingi kinachobaki. So the numbers are ordered to fit the average number of shareholders who have been attending the meetings, and we hardly have any food and gifts left. Thank you.
Honorable shareholders, ladies and gentlemen, I think we want to bring that session to a close, and we move to the next item on our agenda, which is the adoption of the accounts. I now beg to move that the annual report and financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2017 be adopted. May I have a proposer, please? Thank you. Shami has proposed. Somebody to second? Seconder? Your name, please? Name? Timothy Mano. Thank you. Those in favor? Those against? I declare the motion carried. The next item, number 5 on the agenda, is about external auditors. The audit of the company's books of accounts will continue to be audited by the Auditor General or an audit firm appointed by him in accordance with Section 23 of the Public Audit Act 2015. May I have a proposal that this be noted? Somebody to propose, please? A proposer? Thank you. What's your name, please? Your name, please? Thank you. A seconder? A seconder? Thank you. What's your name, please? Thank you. Those in favor? Those against? I declare the motion carried. Auditors remuneration. We now turn to item 6 on our agenda, which is the remuneration of auditors. I propose that the directors be authorized to fix the auditors' remuneration. May I have a seconder, please? Somebody to second. Thank you. Those in favor? Those against? I declare the motion carried. Now we come to item 15, appointment of the Audit and Risk Compliance Committee of the Board. We now turn to item number 7 in our agenda, which is on the appointment of the Audit and Risk Management Committee of the Board. In accordance with the provisions of Section 769 of the Companies Act 2015, The shareholders' approval is now required for identified directors to continue to serve as members of the Audit and Risk Compliance Committee of the board. I move that the proposed members of the Audit and Risk Committee of the board, namely Joseph Sitati, Mrs. Zipporah Ndegwa, Mrs. Phyllis Wakianga, and Mr. Humphrey Mohu, who is the alternate to Mr. Henry Rotich, serve as members of the committee. May I have a proposer, please? Somebody to propose? Thank you. Your name, please? Your name, please?
Joseph Duati.
Somebody to second? Name, give him the mic, please. So give us his name. Thank you. Those in favor? Those against? I declare the motion carried. The next item, number 9 on the agenda, is a special business item on change of name of the company. In pursuant to Article 53 of the Companies Act 2015 that states, a company that is both a limited company and a public company may only be registered with a name that ends with the words Public Limited Company, or the abbreviation PLC. The approval by shareholders is now required to change the name of the company from Kenya Electricity Generating Company Limited to Kenya Electricity Generating Company PLC. I move that the name of the company be and is hereby changed to Kenya Electricity Generating Company PLC. May I have a proposer, please? The lady there, your name, please? And the seconder, Chepkorir. Thank you. May I have a proposer, please? I think I've got that. Those in favor? Those against? Thank you. I declare the motion carried. The next item on the agenda is item number 8 on the election of directors. As you are aware, you have noted from the agenda, 3 directors will retire by rotation in accordance with the Article 104 of the Articles of Association of the company. One of these directors will not offer herself for re-election. First, Mrs. Dorcas Combo. Ms. Dorcas Combo, who retires on rotation in accordance with Article 104 of the Articles of Association of the company, and does not offer herself for re-election as the director of the company. Director Dorcas Combo has served the maximum 9 years allowed by law and will therefore be retiring on this basis. Thank you, Mrs. Combo. Director Dorcas Combo has diligently served KenGen during her tenure as a director of the company. I wish to sincerely thank her for her dedication and service to the company in her capacity as board member and retiring chairperson of the Board Audit and Risk and Compliance Committee. Thank you so much, Mrs. Combo, for your service in the company. She has mentored most of the directors here. She's been of great service to this company, and we want to thank her and wish her well in her new endeavors. The second director, that is Director Dr. Arusei, being eligible, has offered himself for re-election. Dr. Musa Arusei. Dr. Musa Arusei, who retires on rotation in accordance with Article 104 of the Association of the company and being eligible, offers himself for re-election as the director of the company. And I request Dr. Arusei to stand up. Thank you, Mr. Arusei. Dr. Arusei was born in 1957, holds a Bachelor of Science degree, Geochemistry, from the University of Nairobi, Master of Science, Geothermal, from the University of Leeds in the UK, and a Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, in Geochemistry from Moi University. He is a member of the Institute of Directors, Kenya. He is formerly a senior lecturer, Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry at the University of Eldoret. Dr. Arusei supervises and marks theses for doctorate and master's students. He has attended various local and international conferences on research and geochemistry. He has also published several research and publications and reports on geochemistry and geothermal studies. He has also worked as a geochemist in KenGen and the Ministry of Energy. Please, you can sit. The third director is Director Bachia, who is also eligible for re-election. Mr. Kairu Bachia. Mr. Kairu Bachia, who retires on rotation in accordance with Article 104 of the Articles of Association of the company, and being eligible, offers himself for re-election as a director of the company. Thank you, Mr. Bachia. Mr. Bachia, born in 1959, holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Building Economics from University of Nairobi and a Global Executive MBA from United States International University of Africa. He is a registered quantity surveyor with the Board of Registration of Architects and Quantity Surveyors, a corporate member of the Architectural Association of Kenya, Institute of Quantity Surveyors of Kenya IQSK, a member of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, and a certified professional mediator. Mr. Bachia, who has previously worked as a quantity surveyor in both the public and private sectors, is currently the team leader and quality control director at Masterbuild Integrated Projects and MIP Project Management Limited. He is also a director in several real estate development companies. He is an active arbitrator, mediator, and dispute resolution consultant. He is the chairman of the Joint Building Council, JBC, a past chairman of the Architectural Association of Kenya. He has served as a member of the Ethics and Practice Committee of BORA, BORAQS. He is also a member of the Institute of Directors, Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have three additional candidates who have offered themselves for election as directors. Mr. Mwangi Kabacho. I request Mr. Mwangi Kabacho to please stand. Thank you. Mr. Mwangi Kabacho, born in 1953, holds a Bachelor of Education degree, postgraduate certificate in economics, a master's in business administration, and is currently pursuing a doctorate program in entrepreneurship. He is a fellow of the Kenya Institute of Bankers, an associate of the Chartered Institute of Bankers, and a member of the Kenya Institute of Management. Mr. Kabacho is a lecturer at United States International University, USIU, Jomo Kenyatta University of Technology, and Kenya School of Monetary Studies, and is also a consultant in banking. He has previously worked at the Kenya Institute of Bankers and the Central Bank of Kenya in various capacities up to the position of principal manager. 2, Dr. Reginalda Nahomicha Wanyonyi. I request Dr. Nahomicha Wanyonyi to kindly stand. Thank you. Dr. Reginalda Nahomicha Wanyonyi, born in 1960, holds a bachelor's degree in education in economics and business studies, master's degree in environmental studies, and a PhD in environmental studies. She's the former women representative of Bungoma County and served as a member of the Parliamentary Committee on Environment, Water, Natural Resources, as well as the Budget and Appropriations Committee. She was integral in the initiation and passing of key legislation, including the Water Act and the Forest Act. Dr. Wanyonyi is a lead expert at the National Environment Management Agency, NEMA. She's a trustee at leading NGOs such as Sacred Africa and the Inter-Christian Fellowship Mission. She has served as a lecturer and senior administrator at Moi University. She has also held directorship position at the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation and Kenya New Partnership for Africa's Development, NEPAD. Third, Ms. Anne Njeri Njugu. I request Ms. Anne Njeri Njugu to kindly stand if she's with us. She's not. Ms. Anne Njeri Njugu, born in 1974, holds a Bachelor of Science in International Business Administration Finance, a Master's in Business Administration in Finance, and a CPA Kenya. She is a Chartered Financial Analyst candidate, a certified trustee. She has attended the Corporate Governance course for directors. She's a member of the ISPAC and a council member. She's also the Vice Chair of the Association of Retired Benefit Schemes. Ms. Njugu is presently the General Manager Life and Pension Division at AON, Kenya Insurance Brokers Limited. She has previously worked in various capacities at AON, Kenya Insurance Brokers Limited from Assistant Service Manager up to the current position of General Manager. Since we'll be voting on the 2 items. We will now move to item number 4 in our agenda on payment of annual directors' fees for the non-executive directors. It is proposed that the director's fee as per page 172 of the approved accounts be approved for payment to all non-executive directors who served on the board of directors during the financial year ended 30th June 2017. These fees are paid as per the amount set within the guidelines provided in the State Corporations Act and Salaries and Remuneration Commission, as well as shareholder approval granted at the annual general meeting. Kindly use the ballot paper provided to indicate your approval. I now request the representative from the Auditors, PricewaterhouseCoopers, who have been appointed as the scrutinizer of the polling process, to inform the shareholders on about the voting procedure.
All protocols observed. Shareholders, my name is Gideon Ekeno from PricewaterhouseCoopers. We are appointed to oversee the passing of the resolutions on the agendas. So I'm going to read through the instructions. I'm going to start with English, then follow up with Swahili afterwards. Okay. In the first item, everyone has their voting paper. You have to make sure that you have included your name as per the shareholders register. You'll get more explanation on this on note 1 down there. The second item is the shareholder account number, explicitly explained under note 2. If you are a proxy, make sure you have a name and the way it appears in the register. You also have to include your signature. Agenda item 4, that's the first voting item, to elect directors. Please select a maximum of 3 directors. So you're choosing 4. Okay. The list of the individuals vying for the 3 directorship positions are Musa Arusei, Kairu Bachia, Reginalda Wanyonyi, Ann Njugi, Mwangi Kabacho. So you have to select a maximum of 3 individuals. So there's a set maximum, no minimum. If you select more than 3 individuals, that counts as a spoilt vote. Second item, agenda item 6, approval of directors' remuneration. Please vote for or against the motion. If you're voting for the motion, put the X symbol on the first column, first non-shaded column. If you're voting against, put the X symbol against the second non-shaded column. Okay, the item to be voted for is to approve payment of director's fee for the year ended 30th June 2017. On the voting papers, you have notes down there which explicitly explain what I've just read above. In Swahili, kwa majina naitwa Gideon Ekeno kutoka kampuni cha PricewaterhouseCoopers. Hapa nawasomea masharti yatakayotumia katika kupitisha maswada ambayo yako katika agenda ya mkutano huu. Kitu cha kwanza ya kuhakikisha ni kuwa jina la mwenye hisa. Hakikisha umeandika jina la mwenye hisa, nambari ya akaunti, jina la mwakilishi kama unamwakilisha mwenye hisa, tia sahihi chako, shughuli nambari 4 kwenye agenda, kuchagua wakurugenzi. Tafadhali chagua wagombeaji wasiozidi 3. Weka alama ya X hapo ambapo unachagua. Wanaosimama katika viti hivi vitatu ni Musa Arusei, Kairu Mbachia, Reginalda Wanyonyi, Ann Njugi, Mwangi Kabacho. Shughuli ya pili, agenda nambari 6, kupitisha malipo ya wakurugenzi. Tafadhali piga kura kuunga ama kupinga mswada. Kama waunga, weka alama ya X katika boksi ya kwanza ambayo haijatiwa rangi. Kama unapinga, weka alama ya X katika boksi ya pili kwa mkono wako wa kulia ambayo haijatiwa rangi.
Thank you for taking us through today's AGM. We thank you for all the business we have conducted. We also want to thank you for all these shareholders and the interest they have shown in their company. And we pray that, Father, as they go home, you grant them journey mercies. As a board and as a company, we pray that we shall be able to deal with all the issues they have raised for the better of this company. We love you, Father. We continue to pray that you bless our country, bless Kenya, bless us, oh Father. Grant us journey mercies as we go back home. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.